That is how you begin separating contact from community. Or when another woman tells you something, how can you protect her story? Who will sit beside you when you receive that bad news? It can show you who reacted to your success, but social media cannot show you who can hear about your failure and not share you. So people can only respond to the version of you that you permit them to see. Then you quietly wonder. You begin to ask yourself why nobody notices that you are struggling. But how can they notice what you have trained yourself? See. Your phone may be full of contact, but who can you call when the shit hits the fan? When the strong woman finally breaks? Who is in your corner? Not who will like your picture, not who will reply with a heart emoji, not who will watch a story and send you, girl, you got this. Who can you call when you do not have it? Who can you call when you are sitting in your car and trying to stop the tears before you walk into the house? Who can you call when the relationship ends? The diagnosis frightens you. The money is not adding up. Your children are struggling and you're simply tired of being the woman that everyone leans on. Your contact list may be long. Your group chat may be very active. Your social media on point. You may look surrounded. And yet, when life becomes heavy, you may still scroll through name after name and realize that you don't feel safe enough to call anyone. Today, this is something we need to talk about. We need to talk about why so many women appear connected, but they feel emotionally alone. We also need to talk about what you can begin to do to build friendships that are not only visible, but also very much dependable. I say that because being known by many people is not the same as being deeply known by someone. And sis, you deserve more than an audience. You deserve a support system. With that, I want to say, welcome back to Yes Life Coaching. Welcome to Yes Life Coaching, Woman Stand in Your Power. This is where you learn to recognize the patterns that are shaping your life. This is where you learn how to reclaim your voice and build relationships that honor that woman that you are becoming. If you're watching here for the first time, my name is Femi. If you have ever thought to yourself, I know so many people, but I still feel like I am alone. I still feel like I am carrying life by myself. This conversation is for you. And before we go any further, I want you to answer this question very, very honestly. If something difficult happens tonight, whose number would you call? Whose number would you call without feeling that you are bothering them, you are stressing them out? Do you have a name immediately? Or did you begin to negotiate in your mind? Hey, maybe she's busy. I have not spoken to her in a while. She might think I'm an opportunist. I don't want her to judge me. She's a goody two shoes. She will tell everybody you can gossip. She only calls when she needs something. I'm the one always providing. These are questions you begin to ask yourself. I'm supposed to be the strong one. Why would I now be the vulnerable one? That hesitation is telling you something. That hesitation is telling you that you don't have a safe place. There was a research, and the research does not say women are universally lonelier than men. No, there was a research. In fact, a 2025 Pew Research Center, their report found that men and women reported feeling lonely at roughly similar rates. It also found that women were more likely than men to say that, oh, I will call my friend. We are naturally chatty people. We are naturally conversational and emotional, so we want to relate. But that same research found out that 1 in 6 American adults felt lonely or they felt isolated all or most of the time. And about 18% said they had no close friends at all. See, women were more likely to text. In that research, women were more likely to text and interact with their close friends through the social media and all of that. They did that frequently. But frequent communication does not automatically mean that you have someone who can support you in a crisis. The fact that you guys talk every time does not mean that they will be there when shit hits the fan. Now, this can be described in different ways, in different, let me say, this kind of connections, the social connections, they can be described in three different ways. One, structure. You feel that relationships have, or your connections, let me not call them relationships, your connections have structure. How many people are in your life and how often you interact? That will give you structure, right? Now, there's another basis we can categorize relationship. One is function. Whether these people that you're in connection with can actually meet needs such as emotional support, such as can they mentor you? Can they help you when you are in a life crisis? Another way we can define these connections are quality. These people that you are in connection with, your relationship with them, does it feel safe? Does it feel positive? Is it satisfying? Do you see help in whatever it is that you're doing or whatever connection you are with these people? Now, social media can give you plenty of structure. You may have a lot of followers, you may have messages, comments, contacts, group chats, but all of that cannot guarantee function. Neither can it guarantee quality. I can tell you, let me put it this way, social media will tell you how many people saw your birthday post. It cannot tell you who will sit beside you when you receive that bad news. It can show you who reacted to your success, but social media cannot show you who can hear about your failure and not shame you. Social media can make you visible without making you emotionally safe. You can be surrounded by people and still feel deeply lonely because the quality of your relationships matter as much as the quantity. So if you are a woman listening to me, or a man, if you feel lonely, your problem may not be that nobody knows you. Your problem may be that too few people really know you. Again, your problem is not that nobody knows you, but your problem may be that too few people truly know you. And even fewer people have shown that they can be trusted with what they know about you. And that's why a lot of people keep to themselves. That's why a lot of people keep to themselves. There are reasons why you have contacts, but you don't have anyone to call. You have contacts and you don't have anyone to call because people have access to your image, but not to your inner world. Your followers may know they may know where you traveled to, they may know what you ate, they may know where you went to, they may know what you wore. They may even know that you received a promotion, that you celebrated a birthday, that you started a business, or that you posted a very inspirational post. But do they know what keeps you awake? Do they know what you are grieving from? Do they really know you? Do they know that the confident pictures were taken on a day that you felt very, very uncertain? Do they even know the things you battle with? You may be sharing your life without actually sharing yourself. And there's nothing wrong with your privacy. In fact, privacy is healthy. But when self-protection becomes emotional hiding, people can only respond to the version of you that you permit them to see. I repeat, people can only respond to the version of you that you permit them to see. Then you quietly wonder. You begin to ask yourself why nobody notices that you are struggling. But how can they notice what you have trained yourself to conceal? Number two, why you have contacts and you have nobody to call. Number two reason is that you have become everybody's strong friend. You answer the late night calls. You help solve the crisis. You remember all the birthdays. You organize the dinners. You check on the women or the woman who went quiet. You give advice. You encourage. You give money. You give them rides. You refer them. You pray for them. You even go to the extent of giving people second chances. Everybody knows that they can depend on you, but you do not know whether you can depend on them. Sometimes strength becomes a role that you are strong in. Sometimes being a strong woman can be a trap because it can become a role that you are trapped in. People will just stop asking whether you are okay. They stop asking whether you're okay because you always appear to be okay. And even when they ask, you say, I'm fine, I'll work it out. You may believe that being needed makes you valuable. You may also fear that if you stop performing like you are strong, that people will leave, the relationship will change, they will see you a different way. So you continue to carry everybody and you secretly resent that nobody carries you. But here's the difficult truth. If you never let safe people support you, as I speak to you, I'm speaking to myself. If you never let safe people support you, you do not have mutual friendship. You have become a service provider to those people in your relationships. Oh, you are dependable. Yes, but you have not allowed yourself to be able to depend on people. You have not allowed yourself to be a woman who is permitted to need people. Because what? You are a strong woman. Number three, another reason why you have so many people around you, but you don't have anybody to call. You confuse frequent contact with emotional intimacy. You may speak to someone every day and you are still not safe telling that friend your truth. You can send messages all morning, memes all morning. You can discuss about celebrity news all afternoon. You exchange voice notes. You keep all evening without even saying to this person, I am not doing well. The fact that you have conversations with someone does not mean that you have a connection. Conversation is not connection. Conversation is not automatically equal to connection. Familiarity is not automatically equal to trust. The fact that you have history with someone does not automatically say you are safe with them. The fact that you constantly have access to someone does not automatically mean that they care for you. See, some friendships are built around information. Who did what? Who said what? Who is dating whom? What is happening online? Emotionally safe friendships are built around something deeper. They are built around situations where you can disagree without being discarded. You can disagree with your friend without being judged. You can share good news without being competed with. Can you admit a mistake without having it used against you by your friend? Can you set a boundary without being punished by this same friend? If your answer is no, then that person may be familiar and she may not be a safe space for you. Another reason why you have a lot of people on your contact list but nobody to call is that you are afraid that your needs will make you a burden. You may be the woman who says, can I call you? Or you type, can I call you? And then you delete it. You may decide that, oh, my problem is not serious enough. You may begin to tell yourself that other people have more important things to do. They have more important things going on in their life. So you don't want to stress them with your own. You may wait until you can explain the situation perfectly to these people. You want to wait until you're able to speak without crying or until you already have a solution. Sometimes you need to come as you are. You need to come to your safe space and say, hey, this is what is going on. And if you want to cry, you cry. In other words, what I'm trying to say is you only allow yourself to ask for help after you no longer appear to need it. And you're doing this, maybe someone dismissed you in the past. Maybe you became vulnerable to someone, you open up to the person, and then your vulnerability became gossip. Maybe a friend listened to you and later used your pain as ammunition against you. I've been there. Maybe you learnt in your childhood that you needing comfort made you too much, made you a problem. If you are that woman that maybe your friend saw you go through something and you were vulnerable enough to open up, you told them the things you were going through, they now used it as gossip topic against you. Maybe that's why you have so many people on your phone, but you have nobody to call. So because of all of that, you begin to protect yourself by asking nobody for anything. I don't blame you. That protection makes sense. But what once kept you safe can eventually keep you isolated. Listen, I'm telling you from experience. Do a lot of people know me? Yes. Oh, I know her. Oh, I know her. Oh, I know. I have a lot of acquaintances. But at some point in my life, I realized I'm becoming isolated because all these people, they are not people that I can call and tell things to. Even if I tell them, they will use it to look down on you. So, guess what I did? I stopped talking. I started acting. Some of them, you eventually, after telling them your problem, if you just even want to call them to check up on them, they feel that you want to come and beg or you're too much trouble for them. So I understand it why a lot of women don't have friends, why they have a lot of people on their phone, but they don't have anybody to call. Another reason why you have a lot of people on your phone, but nobody to call is that your friendships have been surviving on memory instead of maintenance. You may still call someone my bestie. Yes, my best friend, because she was your best friend 10 years ago. No doubt you love each other, but life changed. Maybe one of you got married, one of you got divorced, one of you became a mother, one of you moved, one became a caregiver, one started a demanding career. Oh, another one entered a season of healing that changed what she could tolerate. Another one, due to marriage, her life changed for the worse and she couldn't reach out. There may be no betrayal, there may be no dramatic ending, but there may simply be distance that none of you has named yet. The adult friendships don't usually survive on affection alone. Like someone was telling me yesterday, adult friendships need attention. It needs consistency. It needs repair. It needs a willingness to know each other again and again and again. You cannot keep relating only to the that lady your friend used to be or the woman your friend used to be, and she cannot keep relating to who you used to be. She cannot keep relating to the old version of you. Why? Because life changes, people evolve, people have to grow. You are not the same. The person I was yesterday is not the person I am this morning. You have connections built on roles rather than reciprocity. That is another reason why you have a lot of people on your phone and nobody to call. Some people know you as the co-worker who always helps out, the church sister who always prays, the mother who organizes everything, the businesswoman with all the answers, the friend who listens but rarely speaks about herself. They know your role. They may not know your heart. They may not know your pain. And the moment you stop performing that role, the relationship becomes uncomfortable because you have shifted from the person they used to know. That is why a crisis can be very revealing. They say you know who your friends are when you are in deep trouble. It shows you which relationship can adjust when you are no longer the helper, when you are no longer the host, when you are no longer the giver, when you are no longer the encourager, when you are no longer the giver. Then you will see people's true colors. You don't discover your strength, or you don't discover the strength of your support system when you are performing well. You will discover their strength when you can no longer perform. When you have that health crisis, you will see who will stay. When you no longer have money, then you will discover the strength of your support system. See, from my experience, if you don't have a good support system, when you have issues, they will all disappear. Telling you from experience, people. Another reason why you have a lot of contact on your phone, but no one to call, is that your phone lets you avoid the vulnerability of that real relationships, real friendships require. Social media is not automatically the enemy. It can help you maintain relationships. Social media will help you find community. It will help you reconnect with people that you love. But the problem begins when digital interaction now replaces genuine intimacy. It's easy for you to make a post and then people will react, I like, I love, or I am angry, or I am crying. A reaction is easier than a conversation. A birthday post is easier than checking on someone constantly. Watching someone's story becomes easier. Oh, you've watched their story, you've told them happy birthday. You feel, oh, yes, I've done my part. Watching someone's story is easier than for you to say, how are you doing? When was the last time you asked, are you really okay? How are you? A lot of people will post, protect your peace. Posting that is easier than learning how to have a respectable, uncomfortable conversation when the friendship has been hot. Instead of posting all those things, why don't you have a decent conversation with this person? Real friendship asks something of you. It asks you for time, it asks you for honesty, it asks you for follow through, it asks you to learn without making everything about yourself. Real friendship will ask you to apologize without adding an excuse. It will ask you to stay present when the conversation is not entertaining. Social media can support friendship, but it cannot do the emotional work that real friendships require. It will not. So, to that woman watching me, you may think your problem is I do not have good friends. No. But underneath that your statement, you'll find several different truths. You may have people around you, but you do not feel safe enough to be vulnerable with them. You may have safe people around you, but you never tell them what you need. You may be choosing one-sided friendships because being useful feels safer than being known. You may expect people to recognize a need that you never communicated to them. You may be loyal to long history while ignoring present-day behavior. Or you may genuinely there may be the need for you to genuinely build a new community because your current relationships are no longer giving. They no longer have the capacity to reciprocate, or they no longer have the values that you need. So all these are different problems and they require different solutions. So in my opinion, I would say don't simply ask how many friends do I have? Ask yourself, who initiates contact with me, not only when I reach out? Who can celebrate me without competing with me? These are questions you ask yourself. Who respects my privacy? Who can hear a no from me and not punish me? Who can check on me when I'm not useful to them? Oh my God. Who can tell me the truth with love? Who is that person that can repair the relationship after a conflict? Who is that friend that I can be honest with without acting strong? Now, that is how you begin separating contact from community. I just want to let you know today that emotional safety is built, it is not assumed. An emotionally safe friend is not a perfect friend, sis. She may miss a call. She may not always know what to say. She may have her own boundaries. She may have her own limits. She may be also going through a difficult season. She may be going through it. So the fact that she's not reaching out right now does not mean she's not an emotionally safe friend. Safety is not unlimited availability. Safety looks like, for me, safety is consistency, credibility, compassion. For me, safety looks like honesty, mutual effort, mutual respect, mutual support, mutual respect for boundaries. For me, safety is we can have a misunderstanding and we can actually repair this misunderstanding. And you also have to become the kind of friend you say you need. If you want an honest friend, then you need to be honest. You need to be able to receive truth without becoming defensive. If you want someone to celebrate you, then you need to begin to learn how to celebrate others, how to celebrate your friend when her life is moving faster than yours. If you want confidentiality, then you also need to be able to protect other people's privacy. When your friend or when another woman tells you something, how can you protect her story? If you want someone to check on you, do you make room to check on other people when they are in crisis? So the thing is, healthy friendship is not found only by identifying the right people. No, it is built by two people repeatedly practicing trust. So with that being said, I'm going to give you some actions. Number one, you need to audit your connection. Write down the names of 5 people that you interact with the most and then evaluate this. What's the kind of activity I have with them? How often do I communicate with them? Are they an emotionally safe space for them? For me? Can I realistically ask this person for support? All these are questions you need to ask. So do not confuse a high score in activity with a high score in safety. You can talk to someone every day, every single day, and you are still not safe with them. Number 2, I want you to make one clear, manageable request. I don't want you to test anyone. No. Just give someone a trustworthy opportunity to show up. You can say to them, I'm having a hard day. I don't need advice. I just need to talk. I just need 10 minutes to talk. Are you available tonight? Can I speak with you? Listen to what they say. Do you have emotional space to listen to what I'm going through? Now, what you are doing is you are giving a clear request. And if the person cannot handle your request, they will let you know. So this is you giving a clear request, and this request protects both of you. This request is communicating what you need and is allowing that person to answer you honestly. I'm not going to be able to show up. And I think that's all I have to say. That is all I have to say. Build community through repetition. Make a note to say, okay, this one social media connection that I have, I want to build upon this relationship, this friendship, and let me see where it's going to go. I want you to understand that your friend is not your therapist. If you need a good support system, include a professional support in your circle. And your therapist is not a substitute for community. You need both your therapist and you need both your friend. So if you remember only one thing from this conversation, remember this. Don't measure connection by how many people you can see or how many people can see you. Measure it by whether you are known, whether you are safe, supported, and you're able to be honest with them. Because your followers can witness your life from a distance. Your community will help you carry it. And sometimes standing in your power does not always mean standing alone. Sometimes it means having the courage to say, I need someone. I need help. Never be shy to say you need someone. I need you. You need me. We need each other to survive. So I want you to do something today. Choose one safe person. Send one honest message, not a meme, not a reaction, not we should catch up sometimes. No. Send something real. I value you and I want to be more intentional about our friendships. Can we make time to talk this weekend? Can we go to lunch sometime? Then come back to the comments and let me know, do you have someone you can call? Or are you realizing that you need deeper friendships? Your answer may help another strong woman realize that she's not the only one who feels surrounded and alone. So please share this video with the woman who is always there for everyone. She may need someone to ask whether anyone is there for her. And if you recognize a pattern of you overgiving, hiding your needs, or accepting a one-sided relationship, Yes Life Coaching can help you understand the patterns and begin creating healthier connections. Visit yeslifecoaching.com to book your free discovery call today. And with that being said, please do subscribe to Yes Life Coaching Woman Stand in Your Power for more honest conversations about healing, about relationships, about identity, and the courage to choose yourself. Until next time, please protect your heart, use your voice, choose reciprocity in relationships, and woman, stand in your power. I will see you in the next one.